and welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo on PHL 17. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Cryan.
And I'm Jenna Meisner. Thanks so much for spending a little bit of your weekend with us.
Just Saturday a little bit, just a half hour.
Yeah, that's not a lot to ask. Just to sit with us for 30 minutes. I think you can handle it.
Help us solve some issues. So that's how the show works. Mm-hmm. We take some viewer emails, some viewer comments, and we talk about it, give a little bit of advice. But before we do that, we get to our debrief.
So I feel like we're officially in the holiday season now.
Holiday mode.
Once Halloween passes, it then goes into Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Can't
and
you tell
New
by
Year.
The bags under my eyes that it's holiday season?
I mean, Halloween weekend and the following holiday was so much for you.
It was, and I think what was tough but really fun, I'm not complaining because it was so much fun, but it was like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yes. So it was just like
the kids are in and out of the costumes constantly between the school parades, the trunk or treats,
so the
actual holiday, which Tuesday.
Right. The costume was ruined on Sunday. And we still had Monday, Tuesday. So this is my fam. This was like our first time, everybody in the costumes. We were so happy. We were loving it. The 18th time we had to put that costume on, I was like, I hate this thing.
Tell everyone at home what you guys are, because obviously I know, but I don't know if a viewer's looking at this is getting the theme here.
So we let Josephine kind of dictate what we do.
And when you get a 4-year-old and you let them do that, this is like, how it ends up.
I want to be a rainbow sparkle unicorn. I was like, all right, that's really specific. Turns out there's a ton of costumes of rainbow sparkle unicorn. And then Bubba's just such a leprechaun, just, on and off the screen. He mischievous. He's Irish. So I was like, you're a leprechaun. And with mythical creatures, we'll be gnomes, me and my husband.
Because you had that outfit already.
Yes, I did. So it was so easy. All we had to do was get the hats.
And Eugene really doesn't have to go all out in the dressing up. Because I know sometimes the husbands, they're difficult to get into the costumes.
Yeah, all I had to do for him was get him suspenders.
There you go.
It was so easy.
So you did the media parade, you did the school trunk or treat, and you did the real trick or treat.
And my cousin had a party. Then our neighborhood had a party. Then the schools had another parade. Like, they're in 2 separate schools, so each school had a parade.
Right.
By the end, I think we had 8 or 9 events, which again, I'm not complaining. I'm really not.
They're tired of the costumes. Like, put the costumes away. Halloween, let's hang it up.
We retired from Halloween, and now it's like...
We're not at the age yet, so Cruz is still, he's only 4 months old, soon to be 5 months old. So we're at the age now where we're not doing all of the different events.
This is not his costume. This is just him.
This is him.
What a simple life.
A simple life.
I love it.
Just plop him on the couch, 4 months old, in his pumpkin and ghost onesie, and he was not a fan of the hat, which... I took it off shortly after because he was, Mom, get me out of this dumb hat, please.
Why don't babies like hats? I don't understand. It's so hard to keep them in whatever.
It's true. And it's like he knows when the phone comes out because he's smiley. He smiles. Some of the cutest, like, gummy smiles right now because obviously he doesn't have any of his teeth. Yeah. And every time I take my phone out, just stone cold.
Yes.
Stone cold.
They know.
I'm like, okay, you must know.
They know. But so really cute. And then we got some viewer photos. This is best of. So this was our favorite viewer photo. Thank you so much.
And it's her grandson named Christopher from Prospect Park. And she's never seen the movie, but the mom came up with the idea when they found his tricycle in the storage unit. And obviously Jigsaw from the movie Saw, which is really popular right now because the 5th one just came out. I think Saw 5 just came out.
Yep.
And he won 2nd place at the Cape May County Zoo's Boo at the Zoo.
I'm sure Boo at the Zoo at Cape May Zoo gets a lot of entries, but I'm still so surprised that did not win first.
I know.
So good.
It's so creepy, too, just because, it's just the mask.
And he kept his mask on, too.
And the little tricycle, but... Way to go, Christopher from Prospect Park, representing Delco in Cape May.
in the most creepy of ways. But I love the costumes that also, like 2 birds, 1 stone. So now he can get to and from everywhere on that tricycle.
Right.
So easy.
You're getting candy fast.
Yes.
You know what? Because, you were saying little Eugene, like his legs were just not quick enough to get to all the houses.
Not quick enough to get to all the houses and keep up with the older kids.
Yeah.
So I kept trying to put him in the stroller, but he wants to be big. So he's like,
Right.
no.
I'm a big kid.
Yeah, so I love this. That's a really good idea. I'm not into the scary movies. I'm not into the creepy stuff. And that's funny, that picture. Like, he needed a chainsaw. Right? That's what Jigsaw does?
No, Jigsaw, they're in the room. It's Saul. You don't know anything about
I don't, but I thought he had a chainsaw in his hand.
No, Jigsaw doesn't have a chainsaw.
Oh.
Are you thinking of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? He wears a mask.
I don't know. I don't know what
Goodbye, Halloween. Good riddance. Let's quickly get to our issue of the night.
All right, here we go.
Carly from Chad's Ford. First issue of the night, I should say.
Oh, we're going right into Thanksgiving.
Turkey, gobble, gobble, baby.
Okay, my sister is vegan. I respect her life diet. She volunteered to host Thanksgiving this year, which is really nice. How do I tell her I only want to come if there are non-vegan options?
Exactly like that. I only want to come if there are non-vegan options. Yes, make it a joke.
Yeah, seriously, you could easily make that a joke like, I love that you're hosting, but I'm only coming if there's non-vegan options.
Look, hosting Thanksgiving is such a big responsibility. I mean, good for you for taking it on. But I don't know that somebody that follows such a strict diet and lifestyle is the best host for Thanksgiving.
I know.
Because they have a different look, a different view, a different discipline on food. And this is a food holiday.
Right. And, some of it's about not just eating, but it's like their beliefs. And so you have to be understanding of that they don't want that in their house, in their kitchen. But it's Thanksgiving. This comes
about
once.
The turkey. It is about the turkey. Mashed potatoes need the butter. They need all the fixings.
Like milk and stuff.
Yes.
And a lot of that is not vegan.
Vegan is just
nothing. That's the other thing is it's not just about the meat. A lot of times there's
the
vegan
added ingredients. Mm-hmm. Butter's in everything in Thanksgiving.
And that's vegan, not vegan.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, any egg. I'm pretty sure it's dairy, egg.
You look forward to this. What would you say though to just doing that once? Just being like,
having vegan Thanksgiving?
Yeah, having a vegan Thanksgiving out of respect for your sister. I think I would do it.
I would be open to it, but maybe not on the holiday. Like maybe have a vegan Thanksgiving because there's Friendsgivings. There's so many Thanksgiving dishes leading up to the actual main Thanksgiving. Maybe they invite your family over for an experience. This is a vegan Thanksgiving.
That's what I think. If your sister says, listen, I'm vegan and I would love to show you how I live my life. We have really great dishes. You can really enjoy yourself and still be vegan.
Just don't do it on actual Thanksgiving.
Oh, I see. Do it on have fun with your friends. Do Friendsgiving with non-vegans. Go all out. But if your sister's hosting, I would say respect it.
Okay. You're better than me. I think that's the first of many Thanksgiving issues we'll see this month.
Obviously.
Coming up next, of course, we have a second issue of the night.
Not necessarily Thanksgiving, but I've heard about these new lists, so make sure you stay tuned for this. All right, and welcome back to another episode of the Delco Duo. Having lots of fun. There's actually a lot we have crammed into this show.
Yes. It is multifaceted. I mean, sometimes we just give you a basic show, but tonight we're really pulling out all of the stops.
Oh my goodness, which is great because I'm mentally here for it. All right, let's get to our second issue.
Ben from Briarcliff. Shout out to my mom. I know you're watching. She's from Briarcliff. Have you ever heard of an anti-bucket list? What do you think of it?
Ooh.
No, I actually have never heard of one.
So then we looked into it.
Yeah, we looked into this more. I mean, anti-bucket list, it's obvious what it means. Like, it's things you don't want to do.
But we still had to look at examples because
right.
we were having a hard time wrapping our heads around it. I think, number one, bucket lists to me are always kind of morbid. Like, do something before you die. Like, you have to think about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I actually don't like the pressure of bucket lists because, everybody's like, what's on your bucket list? What's on your bucket list? Well, what if you don't get it done? I shouldn't feel bad about my life.
I don't have a bucket list. I do not have a bucket list. I live my life. I do the best that I can.
Jenna is...
I have things I'd like to do, but I don't have like a list in my phone this is Jenna's bucket list.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. At one point, number one thing on my bucket list,
See the pyramids.
I wanted to see the pyramids. And then every year...
I know that.
Because you're my best friend. And every year that I tried it, I'm like, we're doing it. The Middle East is crazy. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to stay home again.
I have a mental list of things I would definitely like to accomplish in this lifetime. But I'm not, like you said, the pressure of a bucket list, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
And if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't get to it, then I thought about it.
I kind of feel bad that I really summed up my life in one stupid trip. Like, if I don't get to the pyramids, that's okay. I still have led a very fulfilling life.
I
get to the Jersey.
That is basically the same as Egypt.
I get to go to the Jersey Shore many times a year. I am fulfilled. I live in Delco. What else do you want in life?
Delco people, we don't leave. Your bucket list is to stay in Delaware County for the rest of your life, your days.
I know, but maybe I will get there, and that's great. So, what the anti-bucket list is things you have no desire.
That's what Ben wants to know. What do you think of it? I think it's kind of silly. I mean,
never say never, because
that's a good point.
Again, I had a hard time even writing the anti-bucket list, and here's our examples. Bungee jump, no desire.
Nope.
No desire. Seems terrifying. Doesn't seem like there's any fun part about it.
What if the cord snaps? That's what I'm thinking.
Not even that. What if everything goes right? You're still terrified. Fly private.
This surprises me. Why don't you want to fly private?
Nope. I just don't think I'll ever fly private.
Oh,
no one will offer it to me. I'm not paying for it.
You would like to, but you don't think you will.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not no one's inviting Monica crying on a private jet.
I don't know. Maybe someone at home is watching and they have a charter.
No way, Jose. Eat bugs. I don't want to eat bugs.
I think that's pretty obvious.
No, but how they're saying that's the way of the future. They have a lot of protein.
I've eaten a cricket before.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I love to hear that. Go ahead.
Okay, so mine, a hot air balloon, a helicopter ride. Those I know are like two separate things. But I'm thinking of a hot air balloon is like a romantic date, or like a helicopter ride is a romantic date. I remember.
I had a hard time coming up with 3. Jenna basically came up with 6.
So I don't ever want to go on a helicopter ride as an excursion. There's too many horror stories. I have no desire to be, in Hawaii on a helicopter ride or anything like that. Significant other, wedding related tattoos, bad karma to me. They, if you get your wedding date tattooed on you, your husband's name, your wife's name, whatever, tattooed on you, something's going to happen and it's not going to end well, and you're going to have to get that covered up.
Okay, and 3, run a marathon.
Run a marathon. I have no desire.
I just don't even understand why you had to specify marathon. Run, just in general. Okay, back out here.
No, I don't want the bumper sticker on my car that says 26 or 13.2. If you ran a marathon, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. I have not a desire in this life to run a marathon.
Yeah, that to me, it's up there with bungee cord or bungee jumps. So many things could go wrong. You could lose so many toenails. You could have.
I honestly think that I wouldn't make it. I don't think I would make it. I think my body would shut down.
I'm actually, though, so surprised by your not wedding or spousal tattoo, because you have tattoos for your family.
Yeah, I do. But
you have more faith in your family than
I don't know. It's something about the wedding date, or when people get their ring tattooed, they'll get a tattooed ring, or their initial love my husband, don't want that tattoo. I just think it's foreshadowing, having to cover it up or get it removed.
Yeah, no, I know.
Down the line, something happens, and now you have this permanent thing on your body. Family's family.
Yeah,
you can't divorce your family.
Exactly.
So that's why I have family tattoos.
You can divorce your husband.
That's what I mean. I can't believe you're surprised by that.
No, I guess it makes sense.
But I feel I'm just surprised. I feel like you would be a bungee jumper. I feel like you're wild enough that you would just be what? I'm just going to jump off this bridge. And
I just feel like even the anticipation of it, as you're getting ready the day of to go bungee jumping, I'm just...
What's the
too
swim club that has the really high diving board in Delco?
Is it Knowlton?
Sleepy Hollow, is that one?
Or Knowlton. Sleepy Hollow or Knowlton.
There's one that we used to have a party at, a CYO party
Yes.
from
and you
my
would jump.
school, and they had the high, and I remember I would go up the top because,
That's like
everyone had to do it. You had to be cool, and I would be standing on the edge just terrified.
That's what I mean.
And that's the feeling.
Like, it just doesn't sound fun. But I could be wrong, and I think there are thrill seekers out there, and I appreciate you guys because you guys are wild and really take your chances, but not me.
Send us.
That's a good trivia. We have to figure out. I can't remember.
I'll look it
what
up
has
in
the
the break.
highest diving board.
But send us your anti-bucket list.
Yes.
Because I want to know what you have no desire in your lifetime to
We
do.
real quick came up with our bucket list, but I think there's some that people could get really creative and
theirs are gonna be
funny.
deeper. Ours were very simple, but
We're simple people.
All right.
Delco Duo at phl17.com. Send us your anti-bucket list.
and coming up, we'll have one of our issues. We are bringing that to the table tonight, and you'll have to find out who it is after the break.
All right, it's that season. I don't know about you, but like sick.
Tickle in your throat.
Tickle my throat, nose, like congestion. And I feel like everyone I know has been getting sick. And it's just that season.
I'm not looking forward to that, especially with a baby. Like,
Yeah.
by all means, I'm like,
You're fine now.
stay away.
And then they start going to school. So here we are, that season. And it's holiday season, just what we need. All right, let's get to
The issue.
your issue.
It's not your issue. I know
Okay.
Monica's just dumping her issues onto everyone right now. But
Never
it's
at a
my
loss.
week, Monica. It is my week.
Eisner needs
What do you
an
got for us?
advisor.
Okay, so we've talked on the show extensively about destination weddings, how I consider anything outside of Delaware County, outside of Philadelphia, a destination. That includes down the shore.
That was a wild revelation for me. At one point,
We got a lot of feedback on that. So if you are a new viewer and you don't know what we're talking about, that I just said it. I think a destination wedding is anywhere that I don't live.
Jenna thought her wedding in Philadelphia
No. Half
at the
destination.
Crystal Tea Room was a destination wedding.
Because half of the side came from New Hampshire. They don't live in Philly. If you have to get on a plane, it is a destination wedding.
And I said, no, I made the point that I had a wedding in California, and that's not a destination wedding because it was, but anyway.
I agree to disagree.
Now you did have a destination wedding, which everyone would consider because every single person, including the bride and groom, had to get on a plane and go to a resort.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So my husband and I went to Bermuda not long ago. There we are. He was a groomsman in the wedding.
Wow.
So that's why, he has the three-piece suit on here.
But he was switzing.
I want you guys to look at the ground. Take a look at the ground.
Soaked.
What do you notice?
You said this was the
here.
only opportunity to actually get a picture.
This was the only second we had to get a picture because it rained the entire time. It was a very quick trip because one, it was the first time that we were leaving the baby, so I didn't want to be gone longer than 48 hours. So we were there for less than 48 hours. But you think, just a little bit of sunshine, just a little would have been so nice. It poured the whole time. So my issue is you go to this place for a destination wedding. It's raining. Your husband's a groomsman. This is a very specific issue.
So specific. Everyone's like, I cannot relate,
What do you end up doing? Because I'm texting my mom and I'm saying to my mom, oh my God, this is miserable. I'm stuck in the hotel room. And she's back here in Delco thinking, you're in Bermuda. You sound like a brat.
It's very disappointing.
It is very disappointing.
It's very disappointing.
What do you do?
And thank God you didn't take off a lot of days. I think that's the give and take to this. You didn't take off a lot of days for this wedding, so it wasn't like you. But the only thing is because you didn't take a lot of days off, you were only there basically for 2 days. And yes, one of those days could be rained out. If you had gone for more time, you would have hit some better weather at some point.
Some of the wedding guests had been there since, the wedding was a Saturday. Some of the guests had got there Wednesday because they made a vacation of it. And the weather was just terrible for Wednesday through. The only sun I saw was driving to the airport.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
was making me I was like.
When you were driving back.
Busting.
Yes. That is such a shame.
So the question is, when you're having a destination wedding, I do feel bad for the bride and groom because I think they felt really bad that they brought everybody to Bermuda and now we're all just in this port. Like they had to give towels out at the ceremony because people on their walk to it got drenched. Like women and men were soaked to the core.
I have felt much worse about an event that I've had, not a wedding, but an event that I had that had bad weather. I have felt so bad about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why
So
can't
now
it just be
picture
nice?
people flying.
I can't even imagine how upset.
So totally like feel for them. I'm not saying by any means that this was their fault. They can't control the weather. You know that better than anyone. But should you have contingency plans for your guests? Should you set up something so you bring everyone to Bermuda? It's now rain, so everyone's sort of just locked.
I mean, they
in their
technically
room.
did because you guys brought it into.
I'm saying all day long though. The wedding's not till 5.
Oh, you want them to come up with a plan for
if
you?
it's a sunny day, we're all by the pool, we're having drinks, we're at the beach.
I can't believe you didn't even get to hang out by the pool.
There's no, so what do you, so, you know,
Break your heart.
there's like, I think they had around 60 people. So, you know, it's raining.
No, because she's getting ready. She can't be in the mindset of like, oh, I hope my guests are okay. I brought them to Bermuda.
I would be like, I would call the front desk and I'd say,
What can we do?
Get buses, bring these people to a shop, a store, something.
Wow. No, I didn't even think about that. And I would not have thought about that either as a bride. I would have been like, you know, I've done my part. I brought you to a beautiful place. The weather, Mother Nature, she's not on our side. Not much I can do. I got to get dressed now.
I think it would have been better as well if my husband was not a groomsman because he was gone from like 11 a.m. So from 11 till 5, it was just raining. And I was just in Bermuda looking around like, so what should I do now?
Please tell everybody. You knew that was going to happen. I was looking at the forecast.
We looked at, I'm just happy it wasn't like tropical, like a hurricane. Because it's
right. It was just rain. It could have been much, much worse. But that's such a shame.
I know.
And you couldn't even go to the spa. The spa was all booked up.
It never ended.
I hope you had a good book.
I did, actually. That was the one silver
There you
lining.
go.
A little bit of peace and quiet.
Agreed.
All right, let's get trivia.
Where is the newest Veterans Memorial in Delaware County? And obviously we're doing this for Veterans Day coming up.
Yep. Okay, so here's the question. Obviously, as Monica mentioned before the break, in honor of Veterans Day next weekend, where is the newest Veterans Memorial in Delaware County?
Newest being the key. We have a lot throughout the whole county, but the newest one is in Newtown Township.
Newtown Square. I mean, it's
Edgemont,
technically, like technically called Newtown Township, but all us Delconians know it's Newtown Square. And it was dedicated in 2013, so about 10 years ago. And it's on Westchester Pike, so it's really easy to see. I mean, I pass it every day. I see it constantly.
Right. And so you can pass it. That's nice. But on Veterans Day or close or leading up to it, it's easy just to pull off and walk around.
Yeah, it's like an open air memorial. So
really nice.
There's a lot of different parts of it. But that's something that I didn't know. As I said, I pass it every day, and I didn't know that it was one of the newest ones. And we'll say one of the newest ones because
something might have
things are always popping up.
But
so that's
that we are aware of.
Trivia for you.
And then we also found out the other trivia.
Yes. So the diving board.
We were talking about the diving board and the tallest diving board in Delaware County.
No, you just made that up.
Or one of the.
I don't know if it's the tallest one in Delaware County.
No, I think
it's
it is
really, really tall.
Yes.
I said Sleepy Hollow. It's Hidden Hollow.
Sorry.
Hidden Hollow.
I was like,
Monica's just out here making up facts about the tallest diving board.
It has a very tall diving board.
Maybe next Delco Duo we can show a picture of it because I have it on my phone, but you can't see that from home. So,
but that's enough for Jenna. That's all she needs in her life. She doesn't need to go bungee jumping. I've
done the Hidden Hollow.
Jumped off the Hidden Hollow diving board. And that, in and of itself,
Google it right now if you're watching.
That is a great summarization.
Swim club diving board, and people are talking about just how high it is, but it's temporarily closed. So I don't know what's going on. A lot of these swim clubs,
but I just love that's the essence of Jenna Meisner, right there.
And
she has jumped off the diving board, and so now for the rest of her life, she doesn't need to do anything else.
Do you know what it's next to? Lynn Villa.
Yeah.
It's on Knowlton Road.
Yeah. That's why
there we go.
Because I said Knowlton, because I thought.
Yes. Oh, now I understand why you said. See,
Knowlton.
We figure things out as the show's on the air. That's what's happening. You're watching the masterminds of Delco Duo figure out what's going on.
All right. Well, you can email us. We have a multitude of issues that you could email us about this week. DelcoDuo@phl17.com. We love seeing all of it. Thanks so much for tuning in.
See you next Saturday.